Peace. Kofa, G.R.O.W.T.H podcast. Wake your glass up. Had to make sure my sound was right, y'all. What's going on? Gonna make this quick. Appreciate everybody checking in live last night for my Mother's Day special live that I did, man. We cooked for 3 hours. So today I'm gonna be in and out. Again, for those tuning in, I'm going live every day in May. I was challenged by another YouTube partner of mine, Laron of Broken Traditions. I'm still meeting my quota. Again, this is G.R.O.W.T.H podcast. I'm your host, Kofa, not coffee, not kufu, not kofi, or any variation thereof. Kofa rhymes with sofa. It's only 4 letters. It's phonetic as hell. It's easy to spell, easy to say. Kofa. This is G.R.O.W.T.H podcast. Growth stands for gentlemen reaching our wealth through healing. I appreciate everybody stopping in. Again, I'm going to make this real quick. Wanted to meet my live quota today. So I'm going to hit it and quit it. But this Ja Morant situation, I'm going to go ahead and slide over to the video. I'm going to let it play in the background. Again, it's on ESPN, so you know it's a viable source. But I can't play the video for, copyright reasons. But I do want you to hear the audio, so let's go ahead and slide over. And then I'll come back, pivot back over here, and then we can talk about it some more.
What are the things that you can tell our audience that we don't yet know?
Greeny, Ja Morant is facing the very real possibility of a suspension, a lengthy suspension, and an apparent firearm in his possession. This is twice in 2 months now. The league suspended him for 8 games, really 2 of them retroactive to really just 2 games earlier this season. I sense already today that Adam Silver is going to feel increasing pressure from other teams in the league who see this as much as it impacts the Grizzlies, that it impacts them and their ability to market their players and their teams. There was a sense with that 8-game suspension earlier and during last season that Adam Silver showed some restraint in that edict with Ja Morant. Took him at his word that he would make better decisions. They met in the league headquarters. Now, the league's investigating. They're still going now to make sure that this was a legitimate video, that it wasn't doctored in some way. But I think there is a real possibility, if that is what it appeared to be, a weapon in Ja Morant's hand, he again is going to likely face a significant suspension to start next season. The commissioner has pretty wide-ranging latitude in terms of best interests of the league, conduct detrimental to the NBA, to suspend Ja Morant without pay for a significant period to start the season.
There's powerful niggardry at work here.
Again, real quick. This is idiotic. This is hold on, let me turn this off. I had to make sure I stop sharing that screen. But this is idiotic. Ja Morant was pretty much given a second chance. Remember, initially they were talking about suspending him basically the rest of the regular season at the time. Then he was able to bounce back. They gave him a second chance. Like the video you just heard, the league, the commissioner, Adam Silver, he took Ja at his word, believed that the young man had learned his lesson, and now here we are again. He's back on social media flashing a pistol. This is equivalent to the young men that I've worked with in some of these spaces where they've gone to court, they done had some type of issue, they come back out, somebody's gone in to speak to the judge on their behalf, whether it was, the volunteers in the program, their attorneys, their mothers, teachers, whatever. Somebody has spoken on this young man's behalf. That he turned right back around after he gets that slap on his wrist from the court, turn right back around and do the same shit. This is a lack of guidance. And unfortunately, as a lot of people say, well, he comes from a 2-parent household. But let's revisit some of those things. When he got in trouble with the law before for rolling up to the mall, it was because his mom was getting into it with one of the workers at Finish Line. And he got his own shoe deal. Let's make that make sense. Then on top of that, his dad wanted to kind of beef up and swell up as Shannon Sharp. So just having a 2-parent household don't guarantee that you're going to have any kind of goddamn sense. Uh-oh, let me move that. Doesn't mean that you're going to have any type of damn common sense when you're out here. He's gone from situation to situation to situation. Some of these legal actions aren't even done yet. He's still holding a pistol. Now, we jokingly say amongst my friends, because we know how it is, here in the South, like, bro, he need to get the fuck up out of Memphis. But all jokes aside, he need to get the fuck out of Memphis. Because this little shit I believe is going to skip over something violent where he gets into a fight or something like that, because he already got into a scuffle with that 17-year-old kid. I believe he's not going to be happy until he catch a body. And then he's going to be in a situation where somebody's supposed to take one for the team. Where somebody in his crew supposed to take one for the damn team. But here we are, we got a multi-millionaire young man in his 20s put pressure on what eventually became the championship team last year, the Golden State Warriors. Put pressure on the Lakers initially, but now he's back to this play shit. Again, it's the mentality. But I wanted to hop on here and talk real quick because this is what I'm seeing the summer becoming. I got a homeboy I'm in Atlanta, for those that are maybe tuning in that don't know. I'm here in Atlanta. Hold on, let me make sure I bring my damn comments up. If anybody does comment, I appreciate the watch and I appreciate the like. If you're a new subscriber or a new viewer, hit the subscribe button and the like button and share for me. Oh, what's going on, Grown Folks Talk? Yeah. What's going on, sis? Oh, hold on. Let me go ahead and hit you with it.
You go, girl! Cause I told you, I'm a lame.
Now he right back in the same situation. Well, he's not even, the other situation ain't even done yet. But he's put himself right back in the same situation. But again, on social media, flashing a gun. What I was just talking about before you came in, Grown Folks Talk, I work with a mentoring program. And some of these young men that we've gone to bat for, gone to the judges, the court systems or whatever, they get out, get a little slap on the hand, come back out, do the same exact shit, if not worse. Then they mamas be hollering about, they picking on my baby. He ain't even do all that. When they did something worse and they ass end up getting sitting down the road. But it's crazy. And that's the thing. I just finished talking about that. I said just because he come from a 2-parent household doesn't necessarily mean anything. Because it depends on how his parents can move too. Like I said, last summer, he was getting into it with a security guard at the mall because his mom was arguing with one of the workers that worked at Finish Line. And that shit escalated, and she called him and basically told him to come down there and handle it. Now you arguing with somebody in Finish Line and your son is a multi-millionaire with his own goddamn shoe deal. Make that make sense. And then his dad had the whole issue earlier this season, puffing up at Shannon Sharp when everybody was acting like they was going to roll up on him at the Grizzlies and the Lakers game. So again, it goes to the mentality. Now he went to private school. They did what they, was supposed to do, I guess, his parents, to make sure he had this cookie cutter, nice lifestyle. But as soon as the real money came, now this nigga shit coming out.
There is powerful niggardry at work here.
For what? And again, I like to take the celebrity stuff, Grown Folks Talk, and bring it down to the day-to-day person. I'm gonna bring my comment back up. Again, I don't have all my equipment out here, but I like to take the day-to-day, the celebrity stuff, and bring it down to the day-to-day level. Again, the mentor program I work with, I've seen this happen multiple times. Have family members. Well, they said they were just gonna suspend him. He go right back to the school, get in more trouble, and now he expelled. But this is this young mind state. Everything got to be on display. Everything got to be on social media. All of this stuff is just for fun until it turn left, until it become a different type of situation. Then everybody want to holler about racism, white supremacy, and all that shit. When we putting ourselves in these positions, it just doesn't make sense to me. I just wanted to hop on here and talk about it real quick. I'm gonna let the news kind of roll for the next couple of days, and I'm probably expand on it later on in the week. But I was just telling them grown folks, I cooked for 3 hours last night. The boy's tired. I still got to chop up videos and edit and get ready to push that content out as well. Plus get ready for tomorrow's show. I'm going live every day in May. Grown Folks Talk, I appreciate you being here, sis. But I'm going live every day in May because of broken traditions. He issued a challenge. I said I got it. So I've been cooking every day for like 2 weeks. Some days, like today, I'm phoning it in. I did want to be a man of my word and do have these discussions real quick as a live. Like I said, other nights I've gone 2 hours, 2.5. Last night was the longest one I went. Before I knew it, I looked up, I was at 3 hours. But I did want to kind of just touch on this Ja situation. I played the video from ESPN earlier, and what's crazy is, again, the league took him at his word. He got up there, did what he's supposed to do. Oh, I learned my lesson. You know, I see how it's affected my family and my teammates and this, that, and the third. Then he turned his ass right back around as soon as they get bounced out the playoffs. And then it's get the strap. Know you're being recorded. Know you're on live. And I really wonder who's in his circle. Those guys that he keep getting caught up, when he getting caught up and those guys are around, are those people that he's always known? Or are those the it guys in Memphis? Because that happens in these NBA towns. They get the street dudes that got a little bit of money, the business folks that got a little bit of money, they get around these athletes too, right? But they got more pull because they're actually from that city. And so now the athlete thinks he's found a friend. He thinks he has a plug to the city and knows what's going on and he can rub shoulders and all that shit. But in Ja's case, it's usually some young hardhead ass nigga, like he's proven out to be. Now he finna miss out on, I forgot how much money they said, like $50 million. If he gets a hefty fine on top of the suspensions and whatever else, financial roadblocks that may come from those fines and suspensions at the beginning of the season. But I guess he figured he can do what the fuck he want because the season was over with. But that goes to my love of basketball and the disrespect for the fucking game. You just lost in the fucking second round to what's looking like could potentially be the NBA champions this year. Why wouldn't you go back and sharpen your game? Why are you on IG Live with some rando in the car with a fucking pistol? For what? But again, celebrity shit, scale it down to the day-to-day kid. It's a kid getting ready to go to college, and he's somewhere in the United States. He has fucked up his opportunity for college, doing shit like this online. Or the military, seen that too. We 2 weeks from shipping out, somebody's supposed to leave, get caught up with weed in the car, get caught with a dirty pistol. And I'm from the South. If you're gonna have a gun, you can have it registered. We walk around with sticks. We walk around with sticks all day down here. Just make sure you're legal with it. But so many cats that don't do that, and then you get caught lacking on your paperwork, and now you fucked up. And then guess what? Now you can't even go get one legally because you already got charged. It's so many layers of this shit. I just wanted to touch on these young men's mind state. Y'all please be careful this summer, because if a celebrity, $1 million celebrity is doing this shit, and you see these teens in Chicago just killed that female police officer in front of her house because they were going around robbing to get up some money for a big barbecue. Literally. I wish I was making this shit up. I'm not. So if we're having issues like that in Chicago, to Ja Morant in Memphis, to all this other shit, I ain't even touched on Atlanta. I'm gonna have to do a whole segment on Atlanta one day. All the stuff going on down here, and it's usually mid-teenagers to damn near mid-20s. So you got grown-ass men in their 20s with this type of behavior. Grown Folks Talk says, is it the need to feel tough or, let me move this thing, or be seen as a gangster? I don't get it. I don't get it either, sis. What the fuck? What the fuck exactly, sis? I don't know what it is. It's some type of validation. It's the same thing where you got Highland, but you gotta look back at like that lady that was running for politician up somewhere up north, New Hampshire or some shit, but she on the beach twerking for votes. Attention is the new currency, y'all. I wish I was exaggerating, but it's not, and y'all see it. And I know your mind doesn't want to process what your eyes are seeing, but we too deep into this now. Like, people are really seeking attention and validation from this social media thing. I could hop in here, you could hop in here if you're adult enough, grown enough, life experience enough to handle this type of thing. That's cool. But when I say it's running some of these youngins, it's really running it. I always liken it to, in my age group, when we were younger, when I was in my teenage years, all the old folks would be talking about how fucked up, BET and MTV and this gangster rap music had us. Now fast forward, the kids don't only get gangster rap, they get pornography, they get every negative piece of news, all like that from this device. It's right in their hand. They got a computer all day. They got access to this 24/7. We used to have to wait to get out of school to come home and watch Yo MTV Raps, Rap City, anything like that our parents and old folks were just screaming out against, right? These kids got in a cell phone 24/7. Slide over to the comments real quick. Peace, what's going on, Jason? Bro, I'm on this thing real quick. I was really talking about this Ja Morant situation. Yeah, and the sad thing is, it's not just the youth. You got grown folks out here doing this. Like I said, you got this woman that's a full-on politician twerking for votes a couple of months back. Now you got millionaire Ja Morant with a pistol trying to fit in. Then you got young people watching this shit and emulating it, and then taking it to school and trying to outdo each other. Because if I did something outlandish at the mall, now this other person gotta act a fool at Walgreens or something like that, just to try to keep it rolling. This is where you get these crazy ass TikTok challenges. That's where you got those teen takeover riots in Chicago a couple of weeks ago. It was a TikTok challenge. And people getting assaulted or shot. And then as soon as somebody's child gets shot, my baby ain't hurt nobody. They just being kids. I don't know what's going on with them. It's this social media. Don't nobody want to look at the household until it's time to blame daddy, whether he's there or not. Jason says, yes, Ja Morant. 3 face palms. Hard, bro. I don't know. Again.
There's powerful niggardry at work here.
I don't know who put voodoo on that boy, but something ain't right with him. You making that much money and all in the name of fun until your money gone. And the crazy part, as soon as that money gone, them cats that he rolling with, they gonna disappear too. It don't make no sense, y'all. It really don't. But again, appreciate y'all stopping in, man. I'm gonna have something a little bit more lined up tomorrow. I'm trying to mull around what I'm gonna cook on this week. But yeah, last night was a long one. Had a alright day here at the house working. I can't complain about it because I work from home today. But I do need to get to editing these videos. That's why I want to come on here, hop on a little bit early. But keep my word, again, every day in May I'm going live. So tomorrow, just look for it on your timelines. I'm gonna try to do better about pushing it out a little bit earlier about the things I want to talk about. So I'm still thinking about tomorrow, but I got to chop up and edit this video from these last couple of days and get some more stuff out. NBA dumb boy, correct, Jason. But yeah, man, I ain't gonna hold y'all. I just want to play that video from ESPN and talk about the suspension, the amount of money he could potentially be losing, and it's probably more gonna come out by the end of the week. So I'll circle back and probably end up having to revisit this again, because this is a deeper conversation than just an NBA player. It really is. Again, I want y'all to be safe, gearing up for the summer. These kids are already getting ready to get out for school. Some are already skipping. I've seen some walking around my neighborhood in the middle of the day, and I know school ain't out yet. Had a homeboy, real quick story. He made a run. He just went home to Memphis. He's from Memphis. He couldn't wait to get out of there. He went home to Memphis. He parked his rental car to go into the hotel to check in, because he went home, to visit family for Mother's Day and all that. But he went in to check in. By the time he checked in his hotel and came back out, they had already busted his window. He wasn't even home an hour. When I say home, he's from Memphis. He wasn't even home an hour. Got to the airport, got his shit, rental car, drove to the hotel, went inside to check in, came back out, they had busted his window. Ain't that wild? Just that goddamn quick. Peace, JC. What's going on, brother? I was on here talking about this Ja Morant, NBA dumb boy situation. But I'm gonna revisit it, man. I was getting ready to hop off. I appreciate you stopping in. Let me go ahead and give y'all props for stopping in. Brothers, you know you get a
hand down, man down. Mama, there goes that man.
Ladies, you get the
You go, girl.
Yeah, man, I appreciate everybody stopping in. Let me check this last comment. Now I'm going to go on roll so I can get back to editing. Oh, Jason says peace. Yeah, I was just on here a couple of minutes, JC. But I appreciate you stopping in, bro. I'm probably going to, again, have to end up circling back to this Ja Morant situation as more information come out later on. But salute to everybody. Let me get back to editing so I can get y'all some more content this week. Again, every day, live in May. I'm your host, Kofa, Kofa, not coffee, not kufu, not kofi, or any variation thereof. This is Growth Talk Podcast. Gentlemen reaching our wealth through healing. I appreciate everybody stopping in. Brothers, as always, you matter. You're not crazy. Make better choices. Peace.